Attention soldiers, I am the official game ref. So, you don't want to end up like this lot, looking in all directions, trying to figure out what's going on? Pay attention, because I'm going to show you how the game's meant to be played by the rules. This presentation brought to you by Patriot Contraptions. Look at this beautiful situation. Two teams in Boston, a wonderful game of combat. Now, check it out. Right here in the middle we have a barricade. That is how the name of this game was created. Mobile Barricade. The objective is to move this barricade as close to the enemy's respawn point as possible. And since the game is unlimited respawns, this barricade will be moving a good bit. There are some important rules to cover, however. And the first and most important rule is movement of the barricade. To move the barricade, one of the team players, in this case we'll use a green player, must pick up the physical barricade and move it towards the tan team's base. In this process, tan players will get hit out and they'll have to go and respawn. It's just their bad day. Okay, once they're back, though, they will want to retake the land. So the tan team takes possession of the barricade, picks it up, and using superior force and strategy, moves it back behind the green team player that originally moved it. However, this leaves us with a situation. The green player is not normally allowed to be on the other side of the barricade, so his friend here cannot come and back him up. He is stranded behind enemy lines. He only has two options at this point. This green player, stranded behind enemy lines, must either A, stay where he is at until hit out, or B, back up towards his friendly lines until he is behind the barricade again, at which point he is free to move the barricade forward and himself move forward with it. As you can see, the tan players have moved up the barricade while all this was being decided, and they continue to push it towards the green base. However, after many green players are hit out and many BBs are thrown, or paintballs, or Nerf, the barricade once again will be moved back by the green team. The reason nobody is allowed to pass this barricade in most games is because this prevents spawn camping, where one player going past the barricade hits all the other players as they're trying to respawn. This is no fun, and thus your players are not allowed to pass the barricade unless the barricade is backed up past them by the opposing team. Okay, got that all down? Are you ready for another variation? Good, let's check out the next variation of this game. We're going to use, guess what? 2 barricades! Or 3 or 4, it doesn't really matter, but it gets more complicated the more you have. In this simulation, you can also use a rope. The main idea staying the same. Your team is not allowed to cross its mobile border or barricade line. They can push them as far as they want. As shown here, the tan team will take possession of one of the barricades and move it forward. However, on the opposite side of the line, the green team will move it forward. This creates an interesting situation where one barricade is further in advance than the other one. The only way to know whether you're on the right side is draw a straight imaginary line between the two. This line cannot be crossed at any time by either of the team's players unless they are moving a barricade. That concludes today's videos. Now, I order you to go check out other Patriot Contraptions video, and play safe and by the rules.